commercial opens with the very identifiable piano chords of Casey Musgrave's Rainbow, and that is manipulative. That song makes everyone emotional.
It's all gone.
It's not, really. If we're being honest, the sign is still there. Most of the facade is intact. The second story appears untouched. Have you even truly assessed things, Sam? Or are you just a glass half empty kind of f***er?
Oh no, Sam's.
Here is the world's most photogenic child riding in a very nice Toyota SUV with leather seats and wearing a cute non-hand-me-down ensemble, morning some smoke coming out of a bookstore. Because she loves reading, you guys. She loves books. She's more upset about the apparent fire at Sam's that seemed to do little damage than she was when her own city council voted to close the local library on Fridays to spend that money on raises for the aldermen. Why didn't the driver of the red truck, probably Dad, pull further forward? It forces the SUV to get tight behind the truck and barely be clearing the sidewalk. Wait, are the parents in this commercial actually fighting and considering a separation? So sometimes they park in such a way as to piss each other off as a way to fight without the kids noticing? There are 3 lamps on here in this room, one by the window, one on the nightstand, and then clearly another one off camera on the other nightstand. But there are no overhead lights on right now while they are reading a book. Do you want bad eyesight? Because reading in the dark is bad for your eyesight.
It's my favorite.
You're 7. Your favorite changes every 10 minutes. Yesterday, your favorite was Peppa Pig. Chill out, little girl. Both father and daughter are moved by seeing the Sam's Books stamp inside the children's tome. When really, one might ask, why does Sam feel the need to stamp every book he sells with his own name, huh? Who does Sam think he is? You don't buy a book at Barnes & Noble and get home to find a Barnes & Noble stamp inside the front cover. The little girl is going to write a letter to the neighbors for help, but I see your Christmas colors, Toyota, playing on Santa vibes to try and get me to buy a... Who the f*** buys a car for a Christmas present? As the small child goes door to door for donations, I would like to point out that if a local small-town bookstore was truly beloved when it caught on fire, it wouldn't require a 7-year-old to rally the community behind rebuilding and restocking the store. Also, if this child came to my door seeking donations, I'd be all, did you not see the f***ing no solicitation sign? Why is everyone giving her book donations in boxes? Did no one just give her loose books? This guy is out here actively reading this book, and she still gives him a flyer asking him to donate the book to the burned store. Does she have any shame? Also, this asshole is sitting out here in the snow in a pair of jeans on a cold-ass city bench reading a goddamn book. This is the literary version of being in a polar bear club. Here's where we learn the true depth of her psychopathic parents' nature as they follow her in a warm truck with plenty of space in the bed as she manually pulls a freezing wagon in the cold. She's gonna get pneumonia, and these parents are gonna be like, I don't understand. We followed her the entire time she was out in the cold and I never saw any illnesses. Everyone in town drives a Toyota. This bookstore owner is about to be emotional as he sees the town has rebuilt his store and collected a ton of used books, 30% of which are almost certainly Twilight and Harry Potter and romance novels. And I'm just amazed at the nerve of these people to make a new sign and rebuild this store as though Sam wasn't maybe ready to just retire and go golfing, and the fire maybe was a blessing in disguise. Now, instead of that, Sam has to lug his arthritic ass back to this fucking bookstore every day to sell the same copy of Green Eggs and Ham for the 4th time.
Can't have a bookstore without books.
Tell that to Amazon.com. Also, I love the fantasy this commercial presents, because the reality is that Barnes & Noble bought this place as soon as it burned, completely renovated it and rebranded it, and then shuttered it 2 months after its reopening. Also, let's talk about this commercial. The story is sweet and saccharine and designed to tug the heartstrings, but it has dick all to do with fucking cars, man. Any car brand could have made this ad, which is kind of damning, I think. Toyota made a 60-second holiday sale-a-thon romantic emotional commercial that has 0 unique ties to its own brand. Could easily have been a Ford following that little girl, letting her freeze in the snow with her wagon. No reason it had to be a Toyota. He opens her book and sees his own store stamp and starts crying because he just now realized how much of a dick move it is to stamp the inside of a book with your f***ing marketing shit instead of just promoting reading and book donations. And like Moses, after being told he could not enter the promised land, the old man was properly sad. You thought it was just the little girl? No, it's roughly 5 times the books her wagon could handle. So technically, you're still 70% of the inside of your store short of books. But we did do a lot of donations and shit, so you should feel really happy. Also, and again, here, we are returning your used books back to you. Now cry and give us hugs and put us on the local news. Another vehicle with books. This is so sweet until you realize most of these are probably college textbooks she paid $100 each for that she just never found a way to get rid of. Also, all this community effort to restore Sam's Bookstore and all that f***ing loser had to do was buy fire insurance. Okay, let's come together this holiday? Seems like it's probably intended to ease national tensions through the power of rebuilding a local bookstore, I guess. But honestly, it seems like a call to ignore COVID and its many dangers. Is Toyota trying to kill us by encouraging holiday gatherings? On the next Inside Edition.
Welcome, Dano.
Remember to also check out Cinema Sins, where we send movies, Music Video Sins, where we send music videos, and TV Sins, where we send TV. Also subscribe to Commercial Sins. Click the bell, like this video, slap your mama's ass. Oh, and check out cinemasins.com, which has all our videos and easy genre categories and links to our store where you can buy our sweet, sweet merch that we guarantee you will love. Guaranteed void in Tennessee.